Hello students, welcome to our channel Lakshmi Kavya Law Tutorials. So in this video we have to discussing about the doctrine of separation of powers and the judicial control over the doctrine of separation of powers. Okay, so before starts our video, just subscribe to our channel and like this video and share this video to your friends. Without any delay, we have starts this video. So, doctrine of separation of powers. The doctrine of separation of powers can be separated the powers between the branches of the government. Okay, branches of the government. So what is the branches of the government? What are they? Already I told that the government means three branch system or three wings system or three types system. These three wings are pillars of the government. What are they? Legislature, executive and judiciary. So, prior to discussing about the powers of these three branches, where it born, the doctrine of separation of power, when born, and what is its origin, where it origin. Okay, so the doctrine of separation of powers derived from Montesquieu. So, he was the father of doctrine of separation of powers and he explains about the doctrine of separation of powers in his book Spirit of Law in the year of 1748. Okay, in the year of 1748. So, he was the father of doctrine of separation of powers. Clear? So, why he wanted to introduce this doctrine? Because he wanted to introduce this doctrine to revoke the theory, that means heredity. Okay, revoke the single person. Okay, single person headship. Okay, so he wanted to revoke a theory and he wanted to revoke the heredity. So, with the separation of powers, the government can flexibly work its works and give very truthful outcome to the citizens. Okay. So, now we have discussed about the three branches of the doctrine of separation of powers. What are they? Legislative, executive and judiciary. What its works? Legislative means it's making the laws. We have to observe it as parliament in any country, not only India. And executive means it is implementing the laws. We have to observe it as executive bodies, that means headed by the president or headed by the prime minister as per the constitutional provisions exist in that country. So obviously the executive means the cabinet. Okay, and next one, judiciary. We all know that the judiciary interpret the laws, that means they protect the laws. Okay, that means protect the laws. So we all observe that in any country it is as court of law. Okay, court of law. So it is the set of the doctrine of separation of powers. In the doctrine of separation of powers, no wing can be involved with the another wing. That means judiciary cannot interferes with the executive or legislature. Legislature cannot be interfered with the other two wings. As in the same way, judiciary also cannot be interferes with the another two wings. So, but sometimes when the legislature and executive make any laws or implement any laws without constitutionality, then the judiciary can involve with the doctrine of separation of powers. Because its work is to interpret the laws, that means protect the laws, that means protect the fundamental rights of the persons. So that's why it can be involved with the other two wings. Okay, in the special circumstances only. The point to be noted, in the special circumstances only. When the rules or laws or implementing laws are violated the fundamental rights or it is ultra virus to the constitutional provisions, then only they can be involved. So there are separate mechanism for to involved with the doctrine of separation of powers. That means branches of the branches, other two branches. Okay. First one, judicial review. And second one, the checks of the legislative actions. Third one, checks of the executive actions. And last one, protecting the fundamental rights. First one, judicial review. Already we have to discuss that the judicial review relating to the executive and legislative actions, we are already discussed throughout the concept relating to this topic. Okay, so next one, checks of the legislative actions. The judiciary has power to check the legislative actions through judicial review. Okay, judicial review, if it is not in the constitutional and it is not satisfied the constitutionality, then the judiciary can struck down the laws which made by the legislature, as well as the executive actions also. Whether the executive action is not in the constitutional and whether they are not protecting the fundamental rights of the citizens, then also the judiciary can struck down these provisions through the judicial review. Okay, clear? And next one, protecting the fundamental rights. Obviously the judiciary can protect the fundamental rights and from the legislative and executive actions. Whether the legislative action or executive action is ultra virus to the fundamental rights of Indian constitution and they are violated the rights of the fundamental rights of the individuals, then also the judiciary can involve with the judiciary can involve with the legislature and executive bodies actions. Okay, so these are the important limitations for the these are the important mechanisms for the judicial action. There are also some limitations for the judicial control. They are we have to, I am just giving the understanding purpose. We are already discussed the main in the discretionary powers, these limitations. Same limitations you have to be written here also. Okay, in the separation of power, the judiciary must and should respect to the doctrine of separation of powers. The planning or making the schemes, in the making of the schemes, the judiciary cannot be involved with any executive or legislative or administrative body actions, as well as the expertise. So experts in the technicalities. So in the technicalities also the judiciary cannot be involved, whether unless it is becomes the constitutional. Okay, point to be noted. So this is the today's lecture relating to this doctrine of separation of powers. So you have to write down the notes, brief notes, which is displaying on the monitor screen. Please look at the screen. So this is the notes which is given in the on the monitor screen. You have to write down the notes, and just you have to give in this manner your answer. It is very important for your examination point of view. Okay, so this is all for today's class. If you are like this video, please give a like and share this video to your friends. And so this is Lakshmi Kavya Gokaraju signing off for today. Stay tuned.